Hi everyone, Laurence here and welcome to this week's LMTV. And I want to talk to you about Facebook ads and the fact that do they work? Do Facebook ads actually work? So lots of people can't get Facebook ads to work, and it's because of one of three reasons. And the first reason that I see that is probably most common is the fact that they're just doing it wrong. There's lots of reasons why people are doing it wrong, but they are doing it wrong basically. Whether it's the strategy that they choose, whether it's the fact that they're hitting the boost button, which if you've kind of followed me for any period of time, you'll realise that's kind of the biggest bugbear of mine. So the first one is the fact that they're just doing it wrong. And then the second reason that people can't make Facebook ads work is because their customers aren't valuable enough. The lifetime value of their customers just isn't high enough to be able to run paid traffic effectively. Facebook ads is probably one of the most cost-effective ways of running paid traffic, but if your customer value, your lifetime customer value, is so low, then it's very difficult to make Facebook work. So although that is not necessarily a problem with Facebook, it is more of a problem with the business model in general, and it's a lot more difficult to kind of grow that business because of the kind of lack of value in the customers. So in order to solve that problem, you need to basically make the customers more valuable. So you can do that by keeping them for longer, making them buy more frequently, or making them buy more things. So that's the second problem that I see, which is the customer not being of high enough value. And then the third problem, which is probably on par with the fact that people just can't make Facebook ads work, is the lack of follow-up. Or not necessarily the lack of it, but the quality of the follow-up. So lots of people that I kind of see, lots of business owners that I come across, what they'll do is they will run some Facebook ads, and then they'll cross their fingers and they'll hope that it works, and they'll get an inquiry and they think, great, Facebook is working, and then they will follow up with that lead by sending them an email, and then they'll think, right, now cross my fingers again, and hopefully they'll become a customer. But what happens, as I'm sure you're aware, is nothing. Nothing happens, nobody replies to the email, and then they think, oh well, that lead's gone, let's get another lead in, another lead comes in, great, send them an email, cross my fingers, we wait a little bit longer, nothing happens. So what happens is people are just not doing enough follow-up. The follow-up isn't good enough, it's not varied, it is just a single one email, and then kind of, as I say, crossing our fingers and hoping that people reply. What you need, one of the biggest problems with not being able to get Facebook ads working is a poor follow-up system. And what you need really is, well, preferably is an automated follow-up system, something that you can set it up once and then it will just run and run and run and run. And it needs to be varied as well, so just hitting people over the head with emails all the time isn't going to work. There are phone calls, there's text messages, there's direct mail, there's lots of different things that you can do in order to follow up with your leads effectively. So if you are struggling to make Facebook ads work, then first thing to check is, are you actually doing it properly? And then is it not working just purely because you can't make it profitable because your customers aren't of high enough value? And then thirdly, what is your follow-up system actually like? Are you following up multiple times? Are they going into an automated system that continues to communicate with them pretty much forever, sending them useful information, giving them the opportunity to get in touch with you, as opposed to just one email, crossing fingers, and hoping that they get in touch? So just to summarize, if you are struggling to make Facebook ads work, then make sure your follow-up's better, make sure that your customer is of high enough value, and make sure that your doing it right, which is obviously easier said than done. But hopefully the other two are something that you can kind of implement relatively easily. So that is it for this week's episode of LMTV, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.